Hey guys, I'm going to talk to you today about the 7 levels of communication. So this is really from a book that all you guys know I like, called The 7 Levels of Communication, from Michael Maher. And he spells his last name M-A-H-E-R, but pronounces it Mayer. So if you'd like to pick up that book, it is a good read. And so the spirit of this book is really to help folks, especially realtors, understand effective communication through different mediums. And he kind of categorizes it on a pyramid from lowest to highest in terms of effectiveness. And the bottom 3 are really how a lot of us communicate, but it's not necessarily very effective, and it's more information dumping than it is influential. And so at the very bottom of the pyramid is advertising. And so advertising in any way. So think of back of shopping carts, even print advertising, social media advertising for that matter. There is just not a very high capture rate. It tends to be a shotgun approach and is not very effective. The next in line is direct mail. And so if you ask any direct mail company what their capture rate is, at best is about 3%. So think about that. You spend X amount of dollars sending out, let's say, 100 mail pieces. You may get 3 people that raise their hand and say, hey, I want some more information. Then from there, how many of those 3 are actually going to turn into a client? So that proposition can get very expensive, and it's not very effective. The next is electronic communication. So email. Right? So depending on your email provider, your emails may or not be getting to spam. They are most certainly not getting read. So it is not very possible to have a two-way conversation through email. The next in line is handwritten notes. So we talk a lot about that. So there's only 2 or 3 more to this. So handwritten notes are very effective. Yes, they're mail. Yes, they could get tossed. But if you're sending them at an interval like once a month that is not very intrusive, and they are handwritten, especially hand addressed, they will get noticed. The next in line is good old-fashioned phone calls. But there, if your phone number is not easily recognizable, the person on the other end may not pick up. And not a lot of people pick up voicemail anymore, believe it or not. So it's still effective, but not as effective as the next one, which is events and seminars. So think about this. If you have a first-time home buyer seminar at XYZ location, you're going to have a captive audience. That is a great example of you having a direct one-on-one conversation and contact with a customer. And at the very top and lastly of the pyramid is a one-on-one interaction, one-on-one meeting. So would you rather spend $1,000 a month on internet leads, or would you rather spend $5, $6, $8 for a cup of coffee with someone that you already know would refer business to you? And I would choose the second. It is just a much more effective way to go, and I would encourage you guys to take more meetings face-to-face. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean with your sphere of influence as we know it. I would also recommend uncovering vendors that you've done business with before, people that have a business that requires them to be in people's houses all day long. Plumbers, electricians, HVAC folks, handymen, roofers, things like that. So, as always, hope you found this video helpful, and we'll see you next time.